Change, I offer you this prayer. You drove us down under the waves this day to a place where the pressure was great, but without pressure one may not find the will to adapt. For this you have my thanks. There we met a new face for our party, a stranger by the name of Arvoitus. With the strength you gave me, I was able to rend his cage open and free him. With much deliberation, we then progressed to the underwater city where, well, we got captured. Not sure what was up with that change, but I lay my trust with you. Once imprisoned, we met some fellow prisoners who warned us of the coming punishments that may await us. I encouraged my fellow teammates that this was not the end, but merely the next step in your unknowable plan. However, that was made unclear as we met the horrifying visage of the one we believed to be their leader.
It's October 25th, sibling. You know what that means? It's Halloween episode time. Let's get spooky, sibling.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jester's Haunted House. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your spookmaster today. And joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
The Wicked Witch of the Stars, Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft.
Ooh, lovely.
Nice.
We have Sky Swanson.
Bratha, the haunted house on the Hesk.
Hey!
We have Seth Coveyou.
And I play Barnabus Fletch, the boy wizard wonder.
Ooh.
Ominous.
The spooky boy
Foreboding.
wizard wonder.
He's a spooky boy.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, I play the go-goat Leo. Hey,
It's their Halloween costume this
it's
year.
a Halloween costume. Just throw on a flapper dress. Why
I
not?
hope you're ready to draw Leo and a go-go.
Oh, I am.
I'm excited to see it.
Me too.
Oh, that makes one of us.
We have Jonas Tintenseher.
Snøfrid of Åsbrush, the headless horse mage.
And I'm happy to be here for these now. I usually just get to hear him at a later date.
And, of course, our guest star, Chris Dane.
My name is Arvoitus, a wily wizard, stuck in his ways.
Hey!
What does that have to do with Halloween?
The scariest thing of all, conservatism.
Wizards are very Halloween, Sky. Wizards are a Halloween class.
Last time we left off with you all in a sahuagin prison. You had all been captured after trying to go back into their city and collect Arvoitus' spell book, as well as scout out the area a little bit. You were all immediately caught, and a simply dressed elderly sahuagin with rows and rows of teeth came in and said, My. 6 of you have now made your way into my city of your own volition. This is quite odd.
Hesk is currently eating a fish that he reached outside of the jail bars and grabbed. And he was, what'd you say?
Tell me, who sent you?
To be fair, no one sent them. They kind of happened upon my previous accommodations.
Yeah,
I think he was just sort of speaking to us in the general sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I mean, you also came here with us. You're part of the team.
I don't.
Arvoitus, I don't want you to feel like you're an outsider just because you're new.
I mean, I am an outsider. I've known you for all of less than an hour.
Yes, but we've bonded.
Have we?
We've fucking had some rolls with some sharks.
He puts his hand on the bridge of his nose and just says,
Fish nose.
Very well, let me ask a different question then. Why are you here?
You put us here.
Not here in prison, here
sorry.
as in the city. He just turns to the two guards and is like, I'm speaking the correct common, yes? And they just say, oh, yeah, I think so.
Well, I'll tell you what. I told you what I told you last time. I came here to steal, plunder, and take any valuable tech I can along with me, and otherwise leave unaccosted. That has not happened yet.
You are a very open and honest person. I appreciate that about you.
At this point, there's no point in lying. They already have us at knife's edge.
I'd love to tell you what my goal was, but I can't seem to remember why we chose to do this. Can I have my book back?
Oh, come on. You're going to say no to that face.
So
Look
precious.
at him. Look at
his
him.
face.
I refuse to look at him. I cannot.
He
Is
can't
it
even
because
look
of
at
the
a child's
skin,
face.
the flesh? That's it, yeah.
That's a little much.
I think Artemis just doesn't really know how to respond to this guy and would just kind of like hold her tongue. Like, I think it's funny, like, Hesk is like, we'll get out of here. And then this guy comes in and it's just like, oh. And like, wow, intimidated.
If nobody else chimes in, then Hesk would chime in probably.
Nope, go for it, team leader.
Hesk discards the fish.
It's like, I'm not the team leader.
You seem like the team leader.
He addresses the man, or the fish king.
The winds of change have brought us to your city, and we plan to act on it soon. Whether or not you keep us in chains.
Act on what exactly?
I do not know. I am simply a messenger for my god.
Perhaps that is what we need. How exactly did you come to find us?
Out of character, it's like, do we tell him some old lady told us about a hole in the side of the wall?
That was exactly my plan. It was it. That was my whole thing. Just like come clean with what is real, and it's so freaking out there. They won't believe it.
As long as we don't give the full background, I'm in support of that. Yeah.
Go for it,
Sure.
man. Hess looks over at Barnabus, just being like,
An elderly, retired windsail journalist who creates very, very good cookies with shady resources pointed us towards a hole in a cliff that we followed to where we are now.
We didn't expect it to take us here. If that
Yeah, this part
helps.
was a little bit much.
This was a surprise.
A little bit.
If none of you other than Arvoitus knows why you're here, then perhaps I should just let you all drown.
Well, that would be very poor hospitality of you, but I mean, that's...
I'm not trying to be hospitable.
No, that's fair.
That's
fair.
why we're
Okay.
in a jail cell. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the in what scenario do we walk out of here with our stuff and just leave?
Artemis just face palms.
Or how about this? The one where we don't drown.
I love
That's
that
good.
episode.
I like that one too.
Hess
like
gets
that one
two
too.
thumbs up.
Could we go into the spooky tower? Is that your plan for us to go into the spooky tower?
That is generally the plan. However,
All right, that's why we're here. We came for that.
you all seem to be relatively incompetent, so I don't even think I would send you there.
That is where you're wrong. We're just so beguiling, it sounds stupid.
Indeed it does.
You're making me agree with the fish man.
No, he's right. We are terribly incompetent, and in fact, if you did send us in there, I'm sure all we could do is pave the way for the next group of slaves.
With our bodies, with our rotting corpses.
Perhaps
Yes.
we could clear out some of the dangers at best, and then we would rot and drown and die.
Hesk is looking around at all of you like, what are you saying? This is not true at all. What about all the motivational speaking I did?
No, you're not good enough for the tower.
I was in the tower many times.
Yes, you will stay, Arvoitus. You still have some use.
If the option is to go, I will take that option instead, though.
Well, I mean, if I may, if Arvoitus is so good at going in that tower, how about you just have him be the planner? Send us in, throw our meat out. I mean, we're going to be dead anyway. Might as well, do something with ourselves.
Why have you come here?
Well,
The small one told the truth.
Yes.
The small one only explained how you found us. I asked why you came here. Arvoitus came here, and he's been very clear. He has come here to gain technology.
We're here because the Duke told us to go investigate
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, that was the part I thought we were not going to say. I mean,
We don't have to mention the Duke. We can just say that we're here to stop the attacks.
Yeah, sure. Hes chimes in at this point. Your people have been attacking Windsail, their docks, and not allowing anything to leave the city. We came here to investigate why.
He pauses for a moment as you say this, finally getting some honesty out of you on this as well, and just being like, I see. You look for us to stop taking your surface dwellers?
yeah, that would be nice.
Their lives specifically.
We have not killed any of them. The tower has taken all.
Actually, I think
That seems very much like the I let
did
them
not
die,
kill
but
anyone.
I didn't kill them.
I know.
I didn't kill anyone. The gun in my hand did.
Wow, 3 times with the
3
conservatism. So
times,
strange.
yeah. Oh my god.
well then, if you're simply sending people into that tower there, I mean, I guess will the people stop being taken when you get what you want from it?
That is the aim.
All right, well then.
Unfortunately, we have not found anyone strong enough to obtain what we're looking for, and you all have clearly stated that you're of no use to me, so perhaps I will let you drown.
I'm strong enough.
I would wager that if you gave us back our gear, I did pretty well on the tower myself. If you gave us our gear and we all went in together, I wager we could get very far into the tower and get you whatever we needed, and we just happened to walk away with the excess.
Make a
Yeah.
persuasion check.
Except the excess part. I don't want to be involved in that.
Persuasion is okay. That roll was not okay, though. That was a 7.
With advantage?
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I had advantage.
Did he have advantage?
Did Casey say advantage?
I did not,
I
no.
thought he did.
No.
Yeah, it was just giving out advantage there, Seth.
14.
With
Give me some
advantage
advantage there.
from nowhere?
I could just give advantage.
It's my favorite kind of advantage. Yes,
Ah,
so 7 persuasion.
You were all caught 500 meters out from our city by a couple of sharks. I don't believe that you would be effective in the tower.
No,
Just
no,
don't
no.
make it a skill challenge.
I say the sharks didn't grab us at all. They don't got hands to do that. Your guys got us.
We are not aquatic.
Yeah, that's a big downside. Except for Hesk, he's 1/16th marine iguana.
I mean, I guess like the current point stands. If we're no use to you either way, I don't see why you wouldn't give us a chance in the first place. People just go in and die. I know that's a point that's been made several times at this point, but I mean, I don't know. We've showed up.
I agree with Artemis. I mean, there's only upside from putting us into the tower.
like Hesk said, we are bringers of change, and perhaps this is the change you need.
I do not ascribe to this political belief.
At this, Artemis, when you say that perhaps you are all the change that he's looking for, he ponders it for a moment and then looks back towards his guards and slams his tail on the floor twice. And out of the water where the doorway is comes a scribe carrying a small metallic sphere. The elderly sahuagin takes it and starts twisting it, much like Snøfrid's code sphere, twisting it around, moving it almost like a puzzle of sorts. And then a light projection appears to hover above it, depicting this cylindrical tube, probably about a foot long, with several bits of wiring wrapped around it, almost all the way down, with 2 caps on either side. And he says, "This is what we've been truly seeking. Retrieve this for me from the tower, and we will no longer take your surface folk. In fact, we will leave this area altogether.
What's it called?
That is not your concern. You have 2 options. You will retrieve this item for me, or drown. It is your choice."
Item
All
sounds
right.
good. Item sounds
All right.
good. Yeah.
All right,
Item
team.
sounds
Quick huddle. Quick huddle. Let's talk about this.
We all just press our
right.
faces against the bars that have separated us.
All right. Everyone's good with living?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna pick living.
Excellent.
The crowd behind is good answer.
Once again, he slams his tail on the ground twice, and 2 more guards come up bearing the majority of your gear. Most of it is in these large sacks, and the 2 guards that were there open up the doors of your confinement and let you out. They don't give you your equipment yet, though.
How many of them are in the room right now?
At the moment, there are 4 guards, a scribe, and this elderly gentleman.
Noted.
I like those odds. Let's go, boys. No, I'm kidding.
You all still have those collars around your necks as well.
Yes.
Never mind.
So, as you exit your cells and come towards these guards, the elderly sahuagin says, "You will be taken to the tower, and once there you will be given your equipment. If you try to fight or run, your collars will go off and incapacitate you, and then we will remove your suits once again and let you drown. You will come back here once you have retrieved the item, or you will die in the tower. We will be ready either way." And he nods to the guards to start taking you. They bring you back those helmets that you found up on the surface. You put them on and once again get coated in this slimy black goo that fully envelops your body, allowing you to breathe underwater.
Still gross.
Still gross.
Always uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like the way it feels.
You start making your way towards this ruin of an old world building. Not even really a ruin, it's still mostly intact. And on your way, you notice that the water starts to grow foggy, and it becomes harder to move through, almost as if it's getting thicker. The building stands at an impressive 65 feet tall and is coated in what looks to be this slimy green substance. A large set of double doors lie closed in the front of the building, bits of sharp coral growing out from the metal surface. All of the windows are impossible to see through, as they are all coated in this thick green slime. The guards, there are about 5 of them, hand you your equipment and allow you to put it on, take everything, and then motion for you to enter.
Is there anything withheld?
No.
So I get my book. Matrix!
Well, hi there, Barnabus. Oh, it is still very
I
wet.
missed you, buddy.
It's
It's a whole 8 minutes without you.
I would still like to kill a wild animal and make weapons.
I mean, you're free to just leave your sword outside.
Yeah, Hess just leaves all of his stuff.
I want the challenge.
The doors lie before you, currently closed.
All right. These need to be opened, or
Hess tries to open the doors.
Sure. You go to the doors and start to pull them open. They're a little difficult to open with the water resistance, but you manage to yank them open. And inside you see a long, about 15-foot wide hallway. You see an opening further down. It seems to open up into a larger room. On your right, there seems to be an opening of what was once a door. And along the walls here are several framed paintings. However, it seems that the pigment on them has long since been washed away by the harsh seawater. Everything in here is also still coated in that greenish slime. The walls, the floors, even the paintings still have a slight coat of it.
Can I roll knowledge nature on it?
Sure.
Little knowledge nature. Roll 9.
So you know that, like, different algae might be able to grow on surfaces like this, but it doesn't seem like anyone that you know of in particular.
It's green and sticky.
So it doesn't seem to be an algae, is what you're saying?
I mean, it could be. It's just not one that he knows of.
Gotcha, okay.
Hesk, like, takes a little bit of, like, scrap on the ground or something and, like, scrapes off a little bit of it. Just see if it does anything.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem to move or anything like that. It just seems to be this thick film that's covering pretty much everything.
I'll also take a look at the algae just for reasons.
Okay, cool. Then after Rachel's roll, Hess starts just heading on in.
I got a 5. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Hesk, like, takes it. He, like, holds it up to you.
What do you make of it?
It's green.
It is green.
He, like, drops on the ground. He gives you a double thumbs up.
Double thumbs up right back.
He unsheaths his great sword and wielding it with both hands, heads in.
All right, there is an opening on your right, and all the way down you can continue forward down through the hallway. It seems to open up into a larger room.
Is it like a proper door, or is it open?
It seems to be a doorway, but the door is no longer there.
Okay, I look in.
There's no natural light source in here, right?
No, there is not.
Somebody knows the light cantrip, right?
Say the line. I cast light.
Could you cast it on my sword?
I can cast it on your sword, sure.
Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Because remember, I'm still on his back.
As you cast light on the sword, it illuminates the area even more, but once again, the water seems very thick, almost like whatever is causing that film to appear on every surface is also just floating throughout the water as well. It doesn't have any mechanical effects in terms of your vision, but it just sort of is lightly obscuring, and the light from the sword just is reflecting back at you.
Gross.
I hate
Alright.
this so much. This is so spooky.
I cast fog light on the sword. Like a dimmable.
As everyone proceeds forward, I know we want to get in the room. I'm going to cast, kind of as everyone heads forward, Snøfrid hangs back a little bit. I'm going to cast Shape Water and freeze the water around the handles to the doors.
Oh.
Just as an added little... It lasts for an hour.
So are you closing the doors and freezing the handles?
Yeah, it freezes a 5-foot cube, so if for some reason they need to barge in after us, they hopefully it's a little harder.
Okay, great.
It's actually a shame. The door handles are more than 5 feet apart.
I mean, I could do it. I could freeze the whole thing, I think.
Snøfrid, what are you doing?
Just protecting our rear.
Oh.
But you're also locking us in.
No, I can just... And I wave my hand again and it unfreezes.
Oh, okay. There's nothing to be scared of.
No, you are safe as long as you stick with me.
Oh, I'm not leaving.
I mean, you broke down my cell.
I also broke down your emotional barriers as well.
Casey, I just, right now, I will be casting mage armor on myself. Just to be prepared.
Beef yourself up a little bit, like it. So, shining the light from your sword into the door on your right, you can see that the room has about 10 desks spread out against the walls, each paired with a swiveling chair. In the center of the room is a 3-foot-tall circular platform.
Just a cylinder?
Is it like one of those future seats that you can get? You pretend you're in Zoolander?
No, it looks like something that you could stand on, or it looks like basically a 3-foot-tall pillar that's got some steps leading up to it. It's only about 5 feet by 5 feet.
The desks are arranged in circularly around the pillar?
Yes.
And are they facing away or toward it?
They're facing away from the pillar. The desks are up against the wall, the
Okay.
chairs up towards the desks.
Kind of reminds me of like a proctor's like podium.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I rummaged through a desk real fast.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah. What you laughing at me, vampire boy?
I'm not a vampire. That's rude.
Oh, Shroud! Oh no!
Investigation. I have a +1. It's gonna go great. 13.
Okay. So searching through the desk, you find an ink pot now diluted throughout the water, as well as a few quills. However, looking through it, you can see that probably whatever paper may have been there has since been lost, dissolved within the salt water.
Okay.
I'd like to investigate the pillar.
Sure. What are you looking for?
I'm kind of just looking to see, like, what its purpose might have been, and if there's some kind of, like, compartment or something on it. I don't know.
Roll
Like,
history
why would it
or
be
investigation.
That is an 11.
With an 11, you don't find any secret compartments or anything like that. It seems like it would be somewhere for someone to stand, either to possibly talk to those who are sitting in the chairs, or for something to be placed where people could look at it and take notes, possibly.
Gotcha.
I creep into the room behind Snøfrid and say,
Oh, this doesn't look so bad. It looks like a school. A classroom, if you will.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it tracks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really know.
Hey, Arvoitus, you said you've been here before, right?
Yes.
Do you have any kind of, like, map you could set up, just so we have a basic idea of where stuff is?
Casey, could I make a survival check to see if I remember any of the passageways I've been through?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
A history? Oh, even better.
Hey!
don't you remember, Chris?
Yes, very much. Seth, it's
Arvoitus,
so...
why did you not just tell us what was in this room before we even went in?
25?
You've been to a couple of rooms on the first floor, which is where you currently are. You've been into this room before. You know that a couple of the rooms in here have been already searched for all of their tech. However, you haven't gone to every room. So you've been to this room. You've been in the large room, which does have a piece of tech that is too big to get out of here. And you've been in probably the room on the other side of the hallway that you guys walked in through. There isn't a door in the hallway, but there is another door from the large room out straight ahead.
Right, so I relay that and I go, most of the stuff in this first initial hallway has been ransacked to death. There is a large piece of tech that I can't myself move, not by my lonesome, in the main hallway, and there's another room adjoining to it. There's no door present, but we'll see the entrance pretty readily. Beyond that, we don't go very deep, because those who go deep typically die.
Hesk will swim over.
Show me this tech. I will help you move it.
Nice. I guess we're going deep. If
Call Bruce Willis.
Looking around the room for a little while, you notice that there is an air duct on the wall in the corner of the room. It looks like somebody might be able to squeeze through it if need be, but you would have to pull off the grating as well.
I call Hesk over real quick, and I ask him to shine a light up the duct.
He does.
And then as far as I can see up, I'm going to cast Shape Water again.
Mm-hmm.
This time changing the flow of water so that it's coming out of the duct in the hope that, I don't know, maybe there's something stuck in there and it pushes it out.
Okay.
I don't really expect there to be anything, but just...
We're a bunch of evil ghosts to come out.
Skeletons!
You change the current of the water and can feel it sort of pushing up against you as you are right up against the grating, and it doesn't seem like anything thunks against the grate.
Okay, expected. Onward!
Hey, Barnabus, how'd you like to make 5 gold?
What'd you say, 5 gold? 5 gold?
Not on your life.
That old-fashioned no and.
5 gold is not a lot of books.
Yeah, the yes and no. You gotta play the scaredy boy.
I guess so. If there's nothing in this room, perhaps we should just move on to it, right? We have one.
I mean,
goal.
there's nothing readily available.
Let's come back to pushing Barnabus up the grate at the later point, please.
Pushing what up the what now?
Perfect.
Okay, moving
Let's
onward.
go.
I too did not want to listen to what Leo had to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was a little intrigued, actually.
Thank you, Arvoitus.
No
Let's
problem.
go.
Okay, so you continue down the hallway towards this larger opening. This room is massive. It's 100 feet by about 65 feet. And not only that, but it is also an extra floor high. You can see that there are some balconies out around all along the edges that are up at the second floor that can look down into this area. In addition, along the back wall, you can see a massive crane positioned over a heavily graded section on the floor. 4 large crates rest on the northwestern corner of the room, and a massive tank sits along the eastern wall. Stairs can be seen on the northeastern corner of the room leading up, and there are also 4 doors in total leading out of this room. 1 to the southwest, 1 to the west, and 2 to the east. The last thing that you notice is 3 large sharks swimming overhead. Everyone immediately make me a stealth check.
Ooh. This isn't gonna go well. Your boy has disadvantage. Oh, I rolled a 19 and a 16.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm going to say that Leo gets off of Hesk for but a brief moment. Definitely stays within arm's reach, but...
How dare you? Do you not trust me?
And I trust you more than I trust myself, big guy.
Artemis, what'd you get?
8.
13 for me.
15 for Leo.
Snøfrid and Barnabus?
I got a 7.
Uh-oh.
I got a 4.
Uh-oh.
How
Natural
did the
1
guy...
plus 3.
How did the guy with disadvantage beat everyone? I have a -1 to stealth.
Here's the thing. I rolled, and I was like, oh, 13 for Arvoitus? That's not great. I hope everyone else really carries us.
This is the one time where my awful dice luck this campaign actually makes sense, because, yes, Snøfrid's horribly clumsy.
And you're a horse underwater.
Yeah.
All right, all of you are immediately seen by these sharks as you're entering into the room. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
All right.
It's fine. Just punch you in the nose. No problem.
Oh no, Snøfrid, there's sharks in here. Look.
Quick, cast speak with animals.
Oh no, sharks! That's a horse's natural predator.
Oh no.
Love that for you.
Ooh,
Only
how are
fif-
my spells affected right now? Sorry, Leo, go ahead.
No, you're all good. It's only 32 this time.
32.
Oh my god.
20 and up.
Bada bing, bada boom. 32.
22.
22.
Hey, nice.
I think you need to start saying 30 and up first.
Yeah, I think
No, because
30
Leo's
and up.
the only one who's going to get 30 and up. 15 to 20.
20.
All right, 10 to 15.
A nice, comfy 14 for Arvoitus.
It's a failing grade of 10.
Oh, this is average.
It's
You're
an
fine.
average grade of 10.
And Hesk, what did you end up with?
I got a 5.
A 5 for Hesk. All right.
This feels more right. Yeah.
6
than-
minus
than the
1.
stealth thing. Yeah.
Can the sharks have bed sheets on them? Or like
Yeah, they
Dude,
all have
like-
bed sheets over them, so they look like ghosts.
they're all painted with glow in the dark skeletons.
I almost
Yeah.
spit my drink.
one of them has a t-shirt from the movie Jaws.
One of them is Jaws from the movie Jaws.
Celebrity cameo.
Well, this is a really bad animatronic.
A really cool animatronic.
It's tech.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I mean, that's a pretty penny right there.
All right, Leo, you're going first with a 32 initiative. No big surprise there.
Oh,
Okay, so Andrew knows that you can fire a bow and arrow underwater. It's just a lot reduced range.
Correct. So, the way that underwater combat works, there's quite a bit of different rules that apply. First off, when you make a melee weapon attack and you don't have a swimming speed, you have disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident for melee. A ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Even against a target within normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, including a spear, trident, or dart. And creatures and objects that are fully immersed in water have resistance to fire damage.
That's a weird rule to me. That thrown weapons work better than like a bow and arrow.
No, because you got those Nerf missiles that you could throw underwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think of it that way. Definitely think of it that way.
I mean, he's
Makes
right.
total sense.
Andrew, actually, as you're gearing up to take your action, I want to chime in and be like,
I can try and talk to them.
I will just hold my hands up into the air. Just
Do what you gotta do. I'm not very helpful right now.
like, potentially. I mean, actually, are they like, did they spot us and are like, huh, and like are gonna like attack us? Do
They look like they're heading to attack you, yes.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Ghosts.
I will hold my action until the approach, in which case I will save a melee attack, just because it's really my best bet.
Okay, that brings us to Artemis.
Thank you. Okay. The animals can talk to each other, right? Is that understood?
They
as a druid?
don't necessarily have a language. They need to have a language in order to communicate with each other.
Only one of us was a Triton.
Okay, cool. So then I'll cast Speak with Animals. I'll be like,
Yeah, don't attack. We're friendly.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah, sure.
Finger guns.
All right, so you cast Speak with Animals and shout out, "Don't attack us, we're friendly." Is there anything else you want to do? Any movement?
Oh, wait for them to say something.
They do not.
They don't.
Nope.
Okay. Then I will continue.
Please don't hurt us.
And I think I'll opt Reef Shark if the time becomes necessary.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. That's going to bring us to Snøfrid.
Does this tank on the right, does it look anything like the Bugbot's tank?
Kind of similar, but you'd have to take a closer look to be able to tell what it might contain.
Well, I will do that with one move action.
I just want to fight a shark, guys. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I'm thinking maybe if they're trying to guard what's in this room, then maybe we can use that to our advantage. I mean,
I think they're just sharks.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, I have a theory that they're robots, but I was going to wait for my turn.
It's an 8, so...
They're robots.
Okay, it kind of looks similar to the tank that contained the bug bots, but you can't really tell if it is housing the same sort of thing or anything like that. You'd have to open it to take a look.
Not enough time. I will ready a thunderous blade in case they, if any of them come within 5 feet of me, looking to bite me.
Okay, it is your action to investigate the tank.
Oh, okay. I will stand there and I will look back and I will say, I can't tell what's in here.
I will give you a tech check, though, to try and figure that out as well as a part of the same action.
Okay.
I love the dweebs walking into a room. Oh, look, snowfin sharks. Oh, that's cool. What's in this tank?
We're basically just on a field trip right now. I, for once in my life, rolled really well.
Yay!
25.
A 25. All right. So this massive piece of machinery seems like it probably has a different purpose than what the Bugbot tank was for. It looks like it might hold a power source, and looking at where it's placed, what else is in this room, it looks like whatever power source goes in here would make the crane operational.
Yeah, okay. But I think there's no power source in there currently?
Currently, there is not.
Okay. I will use the last 5 feet of my movement to tuck around behind the tank. That's my turn.
Okay, that's going to bring us to the shark's turns.
Spooky.
The first one is going to swim up at Snøfrid. They are going to basically swim as fast as possible and attempt to bite at you. It's going to bite at you twice.
I think as I see this happening, I would probably be like, wait, no, that's not, no.
That is the opposite of what I want.
No.
All right, so the first attack, Snøfrid, is going to be a 13 to hit.
That is a miss.
The second attack is also going to miss. It is only a 7.
Nice.
So it swims up, but you are moving your way back behind the tank, and it isn't able to quite snap at you before you get into a little bit of cover. The other two sharks are going to re-maneuver themselves elsewhere within this massive room. They are making their way closer to everyone without getting within range.
They know battle tactics. Oh no.
Battle Sharks, the hot new miniatures game coming from RP Gestures.
Arvoitus, it is your turn.
Ooh, joy. I am going to move up as far as I can. So we're underwater. So would my movements would be halved, right? Or is it?
Yes, you do not have a swim
Okay,
speed.
so 5, 10, 15. Boom. That's as far as I got.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. I think, though, they're within range of my Witch Bolt. Nope, they're not. That's 30 feet.
One of them is within, the one with Snøfrid is within 20 feet of you.
I will hit that one then with my Witch Bolt, but I'm going to make it a Thunderbolt because I can. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit. And
Wasted.
Snøfrid, you get a really good look at these sharks now that you're up and close and personal with them. It seems like they have a very hard carapace on them that makes them a little bit beefier.
Do you mean that they are wearing a chitinous armor, or that their skin is just thick and tough?
Their skin is almost as if it is a chitinous armor.
These are no regular sharks. You can tell because normal sharks are very smooth.
Oh, good. Great.
These are lobster sharks.
That's very helpful, yes.
Lobster shark. I literally did not know that, so thank you very much, Snøfrid.
I will just... That's all I got. I shot my Thunderbolt at it, it missed, and kaplooey.
Okay. After Arvoitus, that is going to bring us to Barnabus.
Where I come from, we call these armored sharks water bears. I don't let things go. Barnabus sees the shark attacking their friend Snøfrid, and he reaches out, and a dart of what might look like this weird energy glass fires into the skull of this shark, and they take 1d6 damage.
No
If they
save
fail, an
or attack roll?
intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
It is a shark.
It's a shark.
Yes.
It's
Sharks are known for
real good at intelligence saves.
as well as being smooth.
That is going to be a -1.
Hey, there you go.
Wow.
They have worse
There you
intelligence than
go,
you have
Sky.
Dex,
You're off the
Sky.
hook for the first negative.
They have much worse because they have a -4.
This is great.
Oh my God.
Well, it doesn't do that much damage, only 1d6, so they take 2 damage.
2 damage, okay.
But if someone was to, make them do another saving throw, they would have to subtract 1d4
Ooh.
on the next one they make before the end of my next turn.
Easy.
All right, Hesk, that brings us to you.
All right. Hesk is going to move 30 feet here because they have a swim speed.
Yep.
So you watch as they plant their feet on the wall and just out into the water.
Straight out towards the shark
Yeah.
that's right next to Snøfrid.
Yeah, I am moving myself opposite of the shark that is attacking Snøfrid, which puts me at sort of a Y to the other ones. Hopefully that way then it attracts their attention.
We get flanking.
We get flanking as well.
Flanking is a +2.
All right, I'm going to try and hit with my greatsword. So this is +8. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit. You take your
Dang.
sword, which is still glowing from the light spell that Barnabas cast on it, and just swing right at this shark, and it just bink, bounces off of this hard carapace that the shark has. And we end round 1 with Hesk and Snøfrid flanking one of these sharks. 2 more making their way closer and closer towards the rest of the party, who are still standing in the entranceway of this hallway leading into the massive room. And that's going to bring us to the top of round 2 with Leo.
Oh, okay.
Get him.
They are still fairly far away, which is concerning.
Yes, they are currently about 45 feet from you, except for the one that is within reach of Snøfrid and Hesk. That particular one is about 25 feet away from you.
See, that's not terrible. After seeing Hesk rush in and being left behind from his speed, Leo's gonna...
I needed that 30 feet, buddy. Otherwise,
fair,
I would have
that's
brought
fair.
you.
Very understandable. Leo's gonna immediately rush to the side as far as he can. Once again, he cannot swim, so he only makes it, 17 feet forward.
You have a bonus action dash as a rogue.
Oh yeah, I'm a rogue. What am I talking about?
Thank goodness we have Arvoitus.
Thank you, Arvoitus.
Arvoitus just pulls out the PHB. He goes, here.
All right, so you dash up towards this shark, dropping your scimitar and pulling out 2 daggers, getting ready to attack.
And I will try to stab it in the nose.
Okay, so you kick off the wall, trying to get as close to this shark as you can. You get right up next to it, drawing one of your daggers after dropping your scimitar, and lunge at it with an attack.
Yeah, so 18.
18 just barely gets through the carapace.
What do you mean?
Oh
That
my
is
goodness.
terrifying.
Casey, we're level 4.
Yep, I know. But it does go through. Go ahead and roll your damage.
You got it, buddy.
It's spooky.
Oh my goodness.
That is a D4,
The
correct?
scariest thing of all, a 35% chance of failure. Or success, damn it.
That'll be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage as your dagger finds its way through a kink in this chitinous armor, and you jab in and twist.
Yeah, I did a thing. That went better than I thought.
You find that shark's kink.
I hope not. Oh, God.
That is going to bring us to Artemis.
I would like to jump, and I would like to turn into a reef shark, please, using a wild shape.
Okay, you wild shape yourself into a reef shark. You still have your movement.
Yes, and I'm going to swim. We're all just going in on this one over here.
I like the mob mentality that we have sometimes in combat.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, jump the one!
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we're just gonna mob attack this one shark, and I'm gonna come in hot.
Hesk is in the middle of combat with the shark, and then suddenly there's another shark next to him, and he's just like, ah, jeez.
But this one's a real shark, and it's a reef shark, but it's got the eyes. See, one thing when I turned into the wolf last time, I thought about after the fact, and they didn't actually correct it. I want starry eyes.
Ooh, okay.
For a normal appearance. So yeah, that's how you know it's me, and I'm gonna come in on my next thing of all attack. Okay.
Next turn, you'll attack. All right.
Thank you.
Enormous starry anime eyes.
This big eye.
After Artemis transforms into a reef shark and swims her way up towards the combat, that's going to bring us to Snøfrid.
Cool. I will. No, yeah, they're too far away. All right, yeah, I'll just attack. I have disadvantage, so I'll roll twice with my railroad spike. I am casting Thunderous Blade, so if it tries to swim away.
Sorry, Snøfrid, what is the railroad spike flavored after?
It's a rapier, so I have disadvantage.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yep. So that is it's an 11. That's a natural 1 again.
All right. A natural 1. You go to stab at this shark, and not being used to swimming in water, go to stab, and it's just so much slower than you're used to, and you miss the shark.
I was already so clumsy on solid ground. This is torture.
This is going to be agony.
It's going to be a long fight.
It'll
3
be
episodes.
fine. It'll be fine.
All right. That's going to bring us back to the sharks. Both of the other sharks, one of them is going to make their way up against Hesk and is going to make an attack against him.
Good
This
luck.
particular shark is flanking with the other
Now
one.
the sharks are flanking.
Oh, that's nice. I know sharks knew how to flank.
All right, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Just before it hits, Hesk would like to point out that I am not wearing one of the wristbands that allows the people to touch me in this haunted house, so I don't appreciate this.
Ah, I see. Well,
We'll be
unfortunately,
talking
everybody
to the
is
Sharks manager.
everybody is forced to wear a wristband. You see one magically appear on your wrist.
Oh, it's around my neck. That's where it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Got
It's
it.
the
It's
collar.
21 hits. 21 hits.
All right, that is going to be not very pleasant damage. That's going to be
Please.
19 damage.
Oh my God.
We are level 4.
Yeah, I rolled high on the dice. And then the second attack,
What?
Second attack.
that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Guys, I'm glad I could be here for the end of the campaign.
And that's going to be 15 points of damage.
Are you serious? It does 34 points of damage.
So Hesk, you have
Nothing
what,
scarier than
3?
CR7 sharks.
Oh
They aren't CR7.
No, I know.
Hesk is seriously injured.
If that
You
hit
haven't
Leo,
heard
he
the
would be dead.
spookiest part yet, buddy. Then the shark action surges.
The other shark, the one who you have all surrounded, is going to make their attacks at the only one who's hit is Barnabus, who is
And Leo.
And me.
and Leo.
did
Leo
7
did hit.
damage.
It's going to go
Face.
for Leo.
Hooray.
Okay.
It's very nice of you not to attack me and kill
Well,
me.
guys, Leo has now died for a third time, so I feel like I
R.I.P.
should just
Leo.
permanently
That's going to
mark
be
off the fail.
22 to hit.
I think I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling really high on these damage dice. I'm sorry. That's going to be 19 damage.
Sure, why not? Why not?
And then the second attack is only going to be a 6 to hit.
Hey.
Great.
So that one's going to miss.
Leo, do you have that thief ability to half damage yet? Whatever it is, uncanny dodge.
Not yet.
That's
Not
like
yet.
9th level, I think.
Is that high? Yeah.
Uncanny Dodge is 5th, but
Oh, 5th? Never mind. So, no.
It's high.
Good.
Not yet. Hopefully I make it
Maybe
to that.
never.
We might never get to that level. We might just consider it a high level. at
The
this
last
rate.
shark is going to swim out towards Arvoitus. Both Hesk and Artemis will be able to take attacks of opportunity against it, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Disadvantage, baby. I rolled an 18 and a 2.
That is going to miss.
Cotton candy, how could you fail me?
I have a swim speed, so I don't have disadvantage, right?
Correct.
16?
A 16 does not get through this carapace armor.
Ugh.
And this shark is going to make its 2 attacks against Arvoitus.
Okay.
First attack,
Okay.
23.
Not even, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 19 damage. These D10s
Okay.
do not like you guys.
Okay.
I say
We
switch
rolled
at your dice.
D10s? Oh my god.
And the second attack is a 19 to hit.
Now that I can work with, because I am going to use my reaction to cast Shield.
Lovely.
yeah,
All right.
wizards.
And
You-
therefore, he misses.
With one of these attacks, the shark lunges forward with his jaws and grabs you right on the shoulder. And then it swims back and goes for another lunge, and you just project out this shield that blocks it, and it chomps down on the force energy around you, unable to get at your flesh.
This is why I don't come back here.
Yep. That is fair.
Yeah.
It is your turn, Arvoitus.
Okay. You know, I had a plan. The plan has changed. Okay, so, funky idea. I have the spell Ice Knife. This shark is right in front of me, yeah?
Yep.
Could I make a roll to just shove my, hand with the wand inside of its mouth and cast the Ice Knife inside of its mouth?
Roll a sleight of hand check not to get bit, and I'll say yeah.
I like your moxie, Casey.
So, base is that. I'm also going to use one of my reborn features, which is knowledge from a past life. I get to roll a d6 and add it as well. So, for a total of 20 non-natural.
A non-natural 20, I'll say that's a success. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I shoved my hand inside. I am going to cast this at 2nd level and make it acid. So, it's an acid knife.
Ooh, okay.
So does that auto hit, or do I just roll with advantage when I cast?
I'll say it auto hits.
Okay, so
Wow.
he's
Thanks,
automatically going to take 1d10 piercing, which is 9 damage, and then he's going to take. I think it's.
It has to make a dex save, technically.
Yes,
which I'll
it does
give
have
it
to
the
make a
dex
dex
save because I gave you the auto hit.
That's fine.
Can you imagine dodging exploding?
It's only an
knife
11
inside of your
anyway.
stomach?
That
All the
misses,
acid
yeah,
lands in the
that
stomach.
fails.
Yeah,
So-
it just helps its stomach acid.
Oh, right.
And then it takes 11 more points of acid.
So what was the total amount of damage?
20.
Okay.
Good.
So 9 piercing and 11 acid. Okay.
And that's all I can do, because if I move, this thing will kill me.
And that kills the shark.
Yeah.
It does not kill the shark, but it. So you reach your hand into this thing's jaws. You have your shield up as it's trying to get at you. You reach your hand around the shield, point your wand directly down its throat, and fire off this acid knife, which just immediately goes down its gullet and explodes in its stomach, dealing a big chunk of damage to it. and it pulls back off of your shield and readies itself again for another attack on its next turn.
Good.
But that's going to bring us to Barnabus.
Barnabus, still kind of a little bit in the hallway, currently cowering behind Arvoitus, as Arvoitus is taking the brunt of these shark attacks. And I'm just going to go up behind him and say, "You're doing great, buddy." And I'm going to put my hand on him, and I'm going to cast second level spell called Enhance Ability.
Ooh.
And I'm going to, there's a few options here, but I'm going to choose Bear's Endurance. The target has advantage on Constitution checks. It also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends. And the spell will end if I lose concentration and up to 1 hour.
Awesome. All right, go ahead and roll those 2d6 for me.
That's a juicy 7 temporary hit points for our boy.
You know what that might do? It might keep me alive the next round.
It could. Yeah, it definitely could.
It very
but
well
we
could.
won't know that, will we?
What do you mean, Seth?
Spooky.
It's so spooky. All right, that's going to bring us back to the end of the order with Hesk. You are currently being flanked by 2 of these sharks. One of them has just completely laid into you, taking out a big chunk of your health. The other one is the one that is surrounded by the rest of the party members.
Yeah, I also realized that I've made a huge mistake, and I do not have Cure Wounds in my spell slots. Which, hindsight 2020, I could lay on hands myself.
You could.
But I'm also very tempted to cast Command on this shark and try and just get it to flee.
That's pretty cool.
Which would remove it, hopefully, entirely for like a round or two. I'm sure their wisdom is terrible.
One would hope.
One would hope that
think
a
they're
shark
all
is not too wise.
A shark would put a tomato in a fruit salad.
Do I heal myself or do I try and get the shark to flee?
I would say heal personally.
You're right. Okay, yeah, I'm going to heal myself for 15 then.
All right, you place your hand on your chest, and this divine energy of change changes your health and revitalizes you for 15.
Changes your health.
That's beautiful.
Anything else you want to do with a bonus action or movement?
No. I mean,
Nom
there's
nom?
nothing really I could do, especially now that I've taken an action.
Wait,
There's no
you can't
movement.
bite him?
Nom nom?
Can't bite
What?
him.
Nom. You want to nom a little bit?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll do my bonus action bite at
A little shark fin soup there.
Let's hear. That's a bite. What
delicacy.
kind of? Does that have disadvantage?
No, you have a swim
Or
speed.
am I like a shark?
You have a swim speed, so you're good.
You're fine. You can do anything you want.
One
honestly.
attack. Natural 20.
Yeah!
Natural 20.
Wait. Everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, no, we got to do that, but like ghosts.
Okay.
okay.
Right, sorry.
All right.
Like ghost, because the shark's about to be a
So
ghost.
I'm definitely gonna smite on that.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Rock.
Let me smite with my.
Smite.
So as Hesk, like he heals himself, he feels the energy, and then suddenly his teeth start glowing with this green energy, and he opens up his jaws like a shark himself, and clamps down. And so this is going to be 2d6, and then it is going to be 48 plus 4, so 35 points of damage.
Okay. How much of that is piercing and how much of it is radiant?
It's 11 piercing.
All
They have
right.
DR
You-
resistance?
You reach out with your jaws and just chomp this thing right in the throat, and this green divine energy of change courses through it and just pretty much zaps this thing, and it starts shaking, and it is barely just hanging on.
Oh, man, I was hoping to kill it.
And looking at it, too, you can see that its eyes are just red with rage. It wants to just destroy everything. And looking at the other sharks, too, even the ones that haven't been hurt nearly as much, they just look enraged. And Artemis, you can probably tell there is something off about these sharks. You tried communicating with them, and they just were unresponsive. Something is going on here. You're not quite sure what, but that ends round 2 and the session.
Who could have seen that coming?
I know, right?
What an unfortunate twist!
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us for this spooky episode. We will continue with the spook next week. But before we go, does anyone have anything that they would like to plug? Starting with our lovely guest, Chris Dane.
Yes, I do have things I would like to plug. So you can follow me on YouTube at Dane Studios. I have a bunch of audio dramas there that are a lot of fun. Or you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Super Chris Kent on both. I do a lot of voice acting stuff there and otherwise nerdy content as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
Anybody else?
Maybe you might hear a couple of us in some of these audio
That's true.
dramas,
I do
by
have
the
a few
way.
friends from this podcast on a few of my audio dramas.
Oh, sick invite, Chris. I'm kidding.
Okay, next one, everyone's invited.
Yay!
Oh, I know what the next one is too, and that's exciting.
I don't, so please.
You can follow me on Twitch and, as I learned last time, all of the other social medias. Majora's Rose on Twitch, and on Twitter it's Majora's Rose TTV. But you know what to do. I'll see you there.
Woo.
Woo!
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. I'm. What? No, Andrew, please.
No. I was going to say, my good Sir Jonas, would you like to share?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I tipped my metal helmet.
Oh, shit.
Milady.
I'm Tintenseher. It's my last name. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, itch.io, where I publish short RPGs and other things, and other socials too, but I post there even less frequently. Please follow me for thoughtful content. Sometimes.
Nice.
You can find some of my other work. I have been a guest on Apon Plays. That's APON Plays. They
Good.
yeah, we needed some
17 episodes.
Yeah. It has been hard to figure out what I've been saying, so I figured I'd spell it this time.
Good.
You can check me out in their Root campaign, which is officially done at this point. It's been done for a little bit, so you can binge the whole thing. It's only about 9-10 episodes, somewhere around there. So go check me out on that. You can check me out on another podcast called Whisperling. You can find that on YouTube. I play Mayor Bluebulb of the Gnomes. And you can check out some of my live stuff. If you go to Detention Entertainment Films on YouTube, you can check out their short film, Blue Hundreds. Part 1 is out now. Part 2 will be out some point. I don't know when. So keep an eye out for that as well.
Do you like listening to this podcast, Traveler? Then why don't you rate us on Apple Podcasts or message us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram? There's nothing spookier than the telecommunication dystopia we currently live in.
Dystopia.
Hey, Ralph. Thanks for watching, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to
Ralph.
Ralph.
Thanks, Ralph.
Message us
Ralph.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ralph.
Ralph, stop watching. Start listening.
Yeah. What are you watching, bud?
It's an audio
What are you talking
podcast.
about?
All right. Anybody else?
To
I do this every time.
Yeah, screw you,
Every
Sky.
It's so
time.
perfect.
At least I didn't say
every
bye.
time. Every time, without fail. It's amazing. Hey, shout out to Assateague National Park. If you go to the visitor centers in the next months, you might be able to see a video that I made, which is kind of exciting.
Hey.
Ooh, where is that?
I thought
I
that
have
was
no
kind
idea
of
where
fun.
that is.
Yeah, cool.
It's lovely.
You finally had a plug.
Yeah, look
You
at
did it.
that.
Do you
I
want to
had a
tell us
couple
where
plugs.
that is so we know where to visit?
It's Assateague
It's an
National
Assateague.
Park.
Okay, I don't know where the
National
actual
recognized
geography.
park.
You got a map on your phone?
I
Go
don't.
to- Go to the western shore. Or sorry, the
Go to the West Coast. Okay, West
go
Coast.
to the
Yeah, don't.
eastern shore of Delaware and Maryland, basically.
So not the
See?
West Coast.
See?
Go look at a bunch of horses. Go to the
Oh,
coastal
boy.
bays of the Chesapeake.
Sky, I'll help you out. My additional plug for this week is the app and search browser Google. You can find
Not
whatever
sponsored.
you
Not
want, including the location of Assateague National Park.
That doesn't sound right to me.
This is the longest outro we've ever done.
I know.
You can
Yeah,
see
let's
that
stop
because
it
Rachel
now.
is already checked out completely.
Sorry.
Well, Rachel usually cuts us off, but we've
broken her.
We're gonna keep going until Rachel.
Well,
says
don't
bye.
worry. Rachel will cut us off when I talk about this great deal from.
Bye.
Bye.